Hey guys, it's Ogechi, and Nama's not here today, so I'll be reading a book today, and it is called Tia and Tamare More Twin Titian Double Vision. So let's start. Are you kidding me? exclaimed Dad's mom, pulled up beside a small ramshackle house. This can't be it. Stop it, Cass, my twin sister Caitlin turned and frowned at me from the front seat. Mom's stopping to check the directions, right, Mom? I mean, obviously we're not going to live here. Our mom didn't answer as she stared at the house in front of us, if you could call it a house. Neither our bug-specked windshield nor the Wazy. Okay. Starts out pretty mean, but... Late September, Texas air, thick as hot grits, was enough to disguise the ugly little place's crooked shutters, the mold-spotting siding, or the overgrown front yard. Even the driveway was weed-choked. It didn't help that every other house on the block was perfect, with fresh paint and a tidy lawn. That is really descriptive imagery. That's really good. Mom's silence confirmed my fears. Oh, great! Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Enough, Cassie, Mom's voice was clipped as she cut the engine. Her scary mama voice. Kate and I called it. It's been a long day and I'm not in the mood. It might not look quite like it did online, but we'll make it work. Sure. Yeah, Kate said after a moment. It has potential, I guess. I blew out a sigh of annoyance. Couldn't she admit just once that something wasn't perfect? Kate had always been a glass half full kind of girl, but ever since Mom had announced this stupid, crazy, bad idea move, she'd become even more upbeat than usual. So I guess we're moving. Me, I'd spent most of the past few weeks locked in my room, mostly trying to figure out if the state of Texas would allow a not-quite 12-year-old to live on her own so that I can stay in San Antonio. Not that Mom would ever allow it, but a girl could dream, right? Right? Anyway, it was no surprise that my sister and I didn't agree on the move. We didn't agree on much lately. Most people found it hard to believe that we could be so different. Especially since we look so much alike. As identical twins, we have the same big brown eyes, curly dark hair, and skinny legs. We both had a few other things in common too. We both loved dancing, spicy food, singing in the church, choir, but it stopped there. When it came to our personalities, we were night and day. Our differences hadn't seemed to matter much when we were little. We were best friends and had shared everything, but the older we got, the less time we spent together. Mom unhooked her seatbelt and climbed out of the car, stretching her arms over her head. It had been a long drive from San Antonio to the middle of freaking nowhere. I still don't believe this was happening. When Mom had retired from the Army a couple of years ago, I thought it was a good thing. No more worrying about her safety or moving every few years. She could even grow out her hair for a change, give up her boring Army buzz and try some quinky twists or extensions, or maybe even a cool afro. She had grown out her hair a little, but the rest of the plan wasn't progressing quite the way I hoped. Mom had decided to go back to school to the police academy. Ugh. And when she graduated, it turned out to be harder than she thought to land a job in San Antonio, our home for the past 2.5 years, a record for us. Instead, she ended up getting recruited to fill a vacant spot in tiny Aura, Texas. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. Like I said, middle of freaking nowhere. So where are the movers? Caitlin said, tidying her ponytail ecstatic, severely curly black tendrils had already escaped and were sticking to her forehead in the heat. I thought we were running late. We are, Mom sounded grim. I guess they're late too. For a second, I kind of pitied the movers. Mom isn't the type of customers who settle for shoddy service. Almost 20 years in the USA Army and had made her appreciate promptness. I mean, she was known to ground me and Kate if we were even 1 second late for curfew. Not that I would have to worry about that sort of thing anymore. I had a feeling I wasn't going to have much of a social life in this remote town. This did not look like a place for fun ever visited. Forget it, I told myself, kicking a pebble in the long grass. Play it cool, girl. Mom may have lost her mind, but I'm sure it's temporary. After all, she's a city girl, too. She'll definitely hate it here, which means we'll be back in San Antonio before Christmas. The thought that made me feel only slightly better. I already missed my friends, my school, my cozy, wonder-walled bedroom in our old apartment. My whole life, pretty much. I was sure Kate and Mom had to be feeling the same way, even if they wouldn't admit it. Let's take a look inside, Mom said. Checking her watch, the kitchen looked nice in the pictures. The kitchen was small and dingy, and it looked like there was a mouse poop on the stove. Yuck. That just goes to show that you shouldn't believe anything you see online. I hope that there was some decent takeout place nearby. Mom started opening drawers and peering into cabinets. Dust was flying, making my nose tickle. I stepped past her to look into the living room. Like everything else in the house, it was teeny. The carpet had once been white or maybe beige, but now it was just plain gross. Look, a fireplace, Kate exclaimed, coming to join me in the archway between the kitchen and living room. That's cool. Yeah, because a roaring fire would really feel awesome right now. I rolled my eyes and wiped the sweat off my forehead. So where are our rooms? Your bedroom should be at the back of the house, Mom's muffled voice drifted out of the refrigerator. I followed my sister down the narrow hallway as we explored the place. The